Hey guys, Thomas from Team Sakurasou here, coming at you guys with another 5 cards I have in your trade binder for September. Now, I gave you guys a like goal of about 120 on the last episode, thinking we wouldn't hit it, so I don't have to do all the hours of research for this series. But fortunately, or sadly, whatever way you want to put it, you guys somehow hit that goal. So thank you guys, jokes aside, so much for liking that video. It's nice that I can do my own types of series and have so much support. Thank you guys so much. So here's the second one. There will be one in October as well, so don't you guys worry. Just make sure to smash that like button, subscribe. If you're buying any cards off TCG Player like the 5 I'm mentioning today, please use my affiliate link down in the description below. Helps out the channel to no additional cost to you. And there is a P.O. box now if you want to send me any cards, packs, nice letters. It's in the description below. And thank you to all my YouTube channel members. Thank you guys for letting me put more time in my life not working and being able to do videos. I really do appreciate that. Now, I'm not going to waste any more time. I'm going to hop right into it. So the first card I have today is actually Black Whirlwind, and this is the ultra rare Out of Battles of Armageddon. Now, what this card does is when you normal summon a Blackwing monster, you get to search a Blackwing monster with attack less than, not equal or less than when it comes to attack. Now, this card, because of Darkwing Blast, we're going to see a lot more people need 3 of this card because this card is the bread and butter. If you can open this, you get to search whatever combo piece you essentially want. And there's another card that actually lets you search this card as well. But opening Black Whirlwind, especially multiple copies, is really good for Blackwings as long as you can get it to pop off once. This lets you get, your Kalutes depending on what you need. Basically any monster you need, and that's once per turn. You just get a free search just for summoning, as well as being able to chain block with the card. I don't have to explain why Black Whirlwind is good to Blackwing players. Watching this, you guys know how good the card is. But this card is a 3 of in most Blackwing, in all good Blackwing decks. Alright, I'm not going to say most decks. If you're not running 3 of this card, I don't know what you're doing. But Darkwing Blast is coming out very soon, and you guys are going to want to grab these copies while you could, because this card can easily go up to about $5–6 a piece, and we all know how people scramble to get their cards last minute. So don't do that. Get your Black Whirlwinds while you can. Now, the next card I have here is Trickstar Light Stage. Now, if you guys watch the last 5 cards in your tab in your trade binder, I told you guys to get Ultimate Rare Trickstar Licorice. And some of those same reasons will be for Light Stage. Now, right now, currently, Ultra Rares from Code of the Duelist First Edition are $6, yet commons are $4. There's not that many of this card in circulation because it's been actually quite a few years since we've seen this card printed, even though Trickstars are a very popular archetype, not only because of their debut in the anime, but people just love this engine. And with how crucial time is nowadays, and that's what wins you events, is actually preparing for, okay, can you do anything during your main phase 1 to do damage to your opponent? You can. Congratulations on your top then, sir. And that's just how Yu-Gi-Oh! Is. I don't like it, but that's just how competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! Is at the moment. Now, Trickstars are able to do a lot of effect damage, and I think that once we get Light Stage 3, which I am 99% certain will happen, I think Trickstars might actually see some form of play, or at the very minimum, a huge spike in prices for a day or two. Now, when we got Light Stage 2, we actually had Reincarnation jump up by about 5 times its price. It actually went absolutely crazy. And I think that they're going to put Light Stage 3 here because the card's not doing anything at 2. And I don't even think it's going to be that crazy at 3. Again, it might do a few things, but I don't think it's going to be, completely busted here. I think that we're going to get the ban list next week. And I think that not getting the ban list somehow, I don't even know. I've been waiting for this ban list so long, I can't even describe it. I think most players feel the same way. Now, however, there is one positive to this, and that is ban list hype is going to last a lot longer, and I think we're going to see some of the worst hyped ban list prices, like I look at Harpor, for example, that I've ever seen. But I think Light Stage actually has a realistic chance of hitting 3. So if this card does go to 3, I could see this being $15 a pop. At least at the beginning. It could settle down, but I don't think the card is going to go down to double digits ever again, unless it gets some form of reprint. So make sure to grab your copies while you can. Now, the third card I have here is Chaos Dragon Levianeer, and I'm talking about the Ultimate Rare out of OTS Pack 12. Now, this card is $40, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. As you guys see the picture right over here. I was about to point over here. Your guys' left is like my right, so Getting onto it though, the reason why I'm telling you guys to get this card is because there's a lot of buy-stead hype. And I think Chaos Dragon Levineer could be a card that could potentially be used with this engine because it takes a lot of light and darks, and you're going to be wanting to search your buy-stead card. And Chaos Dragon Levineer is a card you could search with Chaos Space as well as other cards. So what this card does is, if you banish only light, you special summon a monster from your grave in defense. Any monster, you get free pluses, whatever. Only darks, shuffle a random card from your opponent's hand into the deck. So let's say your opponent hand traps once or twice, you still get your combo, your board settled. Well, guess what? You get to put a card back in their deck if you don't feel like extending anymore. Now, if you do light and dark, what you're able to actually do is destroy up to 2 cards on the field. So this card is not necessarily bad if running multiples and drawing a second, say for draw phase, because you can essentially make your opponent either force negate it, or you could banish, get some effects off. You guys get the point. Now this card could be played in a multitude of other decks, but I think that this might be hyped up and possibly played in buy-stead, which we will be getting in the TCG eventually. So make sure to have your copies. Now, the 4th card I have here is actually another Blackwing card, and this is Simone the Poison Wind. Now, I'm talking about the White Dragon Abyss Ultras. Now, what this card essentially does is it lets you get to Black Whirlwind. You have this card, you have to activate Black Whirlwind and then immediately normal summon this without tributing. Granted, you're going to lose that Black Whirlwind at the end phase and take 1,000 points of damage, but life doesn't really matter unless time is called in this game, and I think we all know that. Now, this card for an original Ultra, the reason I'm telling you guys to get this is because while this card's been reprinted, every time a card from a Legendary Duelist does get the reprint, a lot of the times there will be a difference between the original and the reprint, but that might not be immediate. I think a lot of players are going to want to get their Sirokkos, and with a small price difference between the originals and the reprint, I could see this card easily hitting $10. I would probably try to get a place there or 2 while you can. And the last card I have for your 5 cards out of your trade binder is Chamber Dragon Maid. Now, we know that Master Duel impacts the secondary market, whether we like it or not. And in Master Duel, currently, they're giving out a structure deck for Dragon Maid. Now, I think you have to buy it with whatever currency they have over there or unlock certain packs. But players that don't play physical Yu-Gi-Oh! Often, or players who do play physical Yu-Gi-Oh! And to whatever degree, are going to be able to get these cards easier and get them in the game, play them, and realize that they want to play them in person, meaning that they will start buying them on TCG Player, buying them on any other site. And the big kicker about Chamber Dragon Maid is that it is an Eternity Code secret rare, and we know that Eternity Code is an extinct set. It has other amazing secret rares that people like in original print, like Access Code Talker. There are many others, but I don't want to digress too much. Now, Chamber Dragon Maid also took Dragon Maids out of the Stone Age because this deck out of Mystic Fighters sucked so bad that it was set 1 card pass. Not set a card and then set a spell trap card and pass. I mean, like, we actually regressed into, I don't know, 1990 Yu-Gi-Oh!, which doesn't even exist. But that's how bad Dragon Maids were post-Mystic Fighters. Now, Chamber Dragon Maid has the normal effects of a Dragon Maid where you're able to bounce it to special and all that great stuff. But on summon, it lets you search a Dragon Maid spell or trap, which is crucial for the deck and the strategy that it has. And secret rares from Eternity Code start at $27, going up to $34 for near mint, $27 for lightly played. However, this is a card that does not have many quantities currently, and it was always a $40 to $50 card for the most part, and it looks like it dropped for whatever reason, and now it is going to go right back up to around $45, $50. If you do not have your Chamber Dragon Maids, which, by the way, I love how this card looks. It feels like a ReZero reference as well. Go ahead and grab your copies. And with that being said, guys, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe. If you're buying any of these cards on TCG Player, please use my affiliate link down in the description below. Helps out the channel to no additional cost to you. And if you guys are wondering also why I had a change in scenery, it was because while editing this video, I actually had to scrap half of it because the air conditioning sadly muffled. It was still audible and all that, but I don't want to give you guys bad quality. Sadly, I had to scrap half this video, so I apologize if it seemed like I was in a rush. You guys have a great one, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.